Just a little stop to stretch my legs on the way to Fussen. So I've arrived in Fussen. I've parked up and paid for 3 nights to stay here at the sports centre. Obviously, where else would I stay? And I don't know if you can see, but we are quite close to some mountains. I'll let you work out which mountains. Unfortunately, they're covered in cloud at the moment, but I'm going to have a walk around and see what Fussen's like. So let's cover off some practicalities. My van is parked obviously right in the centre of this picture. On the right hand side you can see the shower block, and behind is obviously the Alps. The sports studio is just across the road, which is where you pay for your stay here. They've also got coffee at a reasonable price and free Wi-Fi. And then just down the road, if you can just see there is a Lidl. There's also an Aldi down there, so everything you need within walking distance. And I'm on the edge of town, so the town is a short walk from here. It might be a short walk into town, but it could take me a long time because the scenery is amazing. How's that for a view from the back of your house? So the advantage to stopping at the campsite and walking is I'm not sitting in this traffic, which I'm assuming is just going into the centre of town, where you'd have to pay to park. So yeah, some of the campsites, if you get the right place, the overnight stops, if you get the right place, it works out quite good, because you'd have had to pay to park anyway if you were going to walk around the town. And this way I get to spend the night. There are showers, everything you could need. So I've been walking for about 5 minutes and already looking town-like. Just in case you're not into camping, there are of course hotels. I arrived at the Tourist Information Centre exactly as they were locking the doors. So if you're coming on a Saturday, it closes at 1 and it's not open on Sunday. Luckily there is a board with some information on it, so I've taken a photo of that, so I'll have to use that for the next few days. Obviously this is the older part of town. The things you see when you're away, some names live on obviously. So I've just walked across that bridge that you can see there, so I've walked out of what you can now see in the picture. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going because there are lots of helpful signs, but of course they're all in German and I'm having to guess at what they mean. For example, here's one of those helpful signs. It's good because it tells you how long it takes to get to places. However, I'm not entirely sure whether that's walking time or cycling time. I'm hoping it's walking time. But then again, I actually don't know what most of those words mean, so yeah. So I'm heading towards Lechfall Max Steg. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I don't know why there's a symbol of a bird after Lechfall or before Lechfall. We'll find out when we get there, won't we? So that did not take me 10 minutes to walk to this bit. Maybe that's the time to walk to that other bridge. And it is what I thought it was. Lech is the name of the river, so a good guess was Lechfall was some kind of waterfall. Okay, another 10 minutes will get me to that place with a very long name, and it looks like I have 2 ways of getting there. So down the steps and along this way looks more scenic than along the kind of road. So obviously, as I couldn't understand what that sign said, I don't actually know what I'm walking towards, but this is definitely a case of enjoying the journey. This path through the woods has got lots of like little adventure things, like the thing where people were trying to get across the river. There was also a monkey swing across the stream as well. It's obviously a great place for kids. There's a walkway in the trees. So that looks interesting. I'm going to see if I can find out how to get up there or where it starts. So that sign I saw earlier, and I said it's another 10 minutes walk to, that is the tree place. So there you go, works out really well. As you can see, I found the entrance and have paid my admission, and I'm now walking in the tree tops. For anybody who's watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that 2 years ago I did something very similar, so I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Now apparently this line here, or this set of lines, marks the border between Germany and Austria apparently. I'm not sure. So I just checked on Google Maps and I did actually, that line was crossing into Austria, so I'm technically, well not technically, I am now in Austria. So does anyone watching this video know why the water's the colour it is? If you do, let me know in the comments below, without Googling it. These walkways wobble, by the way, when people are walking on them, which is why the video may not be stable. So, just so there's no confusion, I'm going to step back into Germany. There you go. So just so you know, I've turned round, so that's the same line I've just stepped over. But that's the Austrian side. Hold on, I'll spin round. So this is facing the German side. I'm in Germany, but you can see why I took the picture from the other direction, right? Because the Austrian background is much nicer. So I thought I'd give you a few facts about trees. So we now know that trees in a forest are all connected by a mycelium network. So there's a fungal mycelium that grows under the ground that connects all the trees, and trees share nutrients with each other. So if a tree's not doing very well, its neighbours will lend it resources. And when it's doing better, it'll pay back the favour later on. We also know that trees signal to each other with chemicals in the air, and we know that some of the chemicals that some trees secrete are beneficial for human health. So that's why it's good to go for a walk in the forest, spend some time with the trees. Of course, your brain is a neural network and is about, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches across, 20 centimetres, something like that. Some mycelium networks in forests are hundreds of kilometres across. So who knows what they think about.